Welcome, wise investors, to another winner's financial market report. And on the previous one, I discussed the stop loss and take profit, the importance of you as a wise investor being able to understand what your own risk tolerance is. So that's very crucial, very important to understand. If you haven't established that yet, don't worry. It does take some time, but that's something that only you would understand because it's dealing with your own personal risk appetite. Some people are thrill seekers while others are more conservative, So maybe I'll just use this analogy. When I was a lot younger, I could go on those roller coaster rides without even thinking twice about it, But as I'm getting older, the kids ask me to go on those rides, and I'm a little standoffish. So I'm not as much as a thrill seeker as I used to be when I was in my youth, younger years. But now I'm more conservative when it comes to those kinds of things. So I just use that analogy so that you'll be able to better understand that. So with investing, I would prefer as an investor to utilize the long-term approach. And I'll talk more about that when we get there. So that's kind of the gist of what I talked about when it comes to understanding how to set your stop loss and take profit, not from the technical aspect of actually doing it, but just, again, from the understanding aspect, the aspect of wisdom, of knowing who you are as an investor. How long and how much would you be willing to invest in yourself when it comes to choosing an asset or when it comes to understanding the nature of the market? So all these things play a very major, pivotal role in becoming a truly wise investor. And when you become a truly wise investor, you become a successful investor. Becoming a successful investor is not necessarily, yes, there is an aspect of it where you make your money, but depending on the assets that you invest, different ones yield different amounts. So I don't know, it just depends on how much money is enough for you. What's your definition of enough money that equates to you being a successful investor? So all of these things play a role. But I don't want to be bogged down too much on that. I want to move on because this video, although I didn't really get into the setting up stop loss and take profit, a simple example, I didn't get into that. I do encourage you to get access to this report if you want to read that, understand it. I remember when I first got into it, here, let me just kind of scroll there to that section. I remember when I first got into Forex, that was my introduction to the investment world. Well, actually, that wasn't my introduction to the investment world, but that was a pivotal point. My first introduction to the investment world was mutual funds. That's another story, but here, and that was in high school. So, but with the Forex, in regards to stop loss and take profit, that was my first introduction to that concept, and I didn't even understand how to do it. So, it was the whole mathematical aspect of it. So I put that on here so that those of you who are struggling with the concept of how to figure your stop loss and take profit, here's a good example. These are some examples, and is there an analogy? No, the analogy is on the other part, but here are some examples on how you can set it up. So I just wanted to just throw that out there to let you know that you can figure it out through here too. And if you have any further questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be more than willing to help you in that area. So let's go ahead and move forward. Lot sizes demystified, understanding how much you're trading. This is so important. I am going to go into the account because, like I said before, in this series and all the other upcoming series, I'm going to be talking about whatever needs to be discussed. Right now, it is understanding this financial market report. So I'm going through this whole report so that I can also simultaneously go through the accounts and explain whatever it is I need to explain as I move forward. But this is a very important aspect of understanding how to invest in the markets, especially when you have in MT4 brokers and the lot sizes and having the understanding of that. I highly encourage you. This is where the analogies that I use so that you can have a concept of understanding this. That's also important to have to understand it conceptually, to get it, to know what you're purchasing. I've seen accounts that have a certain amount of money, but they're purchasing a certain amount of lot sizes, and it's just, it doesn't compute. You can't do that. So have the concept and the understanding of that as well. Now, I know some of you look at my account and say, well, you have, 10%. Well, again, it depends on how much money you're investing, because the other important aspect of that is your margin level percentage area, which is going to be the next video. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, that's going to be the next video. So I'll discuss that. But let's go ahead. It's a little too early for the stock market to be open. I don't think it's open yet. It's 5:16 where I am right now. 5:16 in the morning. So let's see here. Amazon, no. Okay. So no. So I won't close those out yet. I'll close out some currencies and some cryptos and some indices, and I'll try to stay focused on what it is I'm talking about, and that is the lot sizes. So here with the lot sizes, you want to make sure that the amount of money you have is going to be utilized properly. So there's a rule of thumb for the most part. Let me try to open these up so you guys can kind of see when these were purchased too. When I click on it, it'll open up. It'll tell you here when they're purchased. That was originally going up, but right now we're seeing cryptocurrency taking a slide. So, and the markets do, that's the nature of the market. The markets go up and they go down, and then they go up again and they go down again. This one, let me check that real quick. And that's the beauty of having this report. I can go and I can check the indices. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have that indices on here? Okay, I have indices, but I don't have that particular one. Okay. And there's probably a reason for it. I know what the reason is. And I'll just let you all in on it as well. It's just that there's a lot of indices to really choose from. I'm looking at this one here, the Euro stocks. I haven't done the research on this yet. I'll hold on to that because it just might be in drawdown, and I don't want to lose that value just because I'm closing the account. I could still make up this value of a negative 1,300 by just waiting for it to get out of drawdown phase. So this one here, this France, I will collect it, even though I haven't done research on it. I'll collect it right now. So I'll take that profit. It is what it is. It's not a lot. Now there's a reason why I had this account go this way. So let's see, the pound dollar, I will check that really quick. Oh, what happened? Okay, I'll check that and see what's going on here. And that's what you could do. You can reference this report. See, pound dollar. Okay, so I'm looking at pound dollar just to kind of give you guys an idea. It's a sell position. It's ongoing. That's what this symbol means. There's definitions of the symbols. I'll talk about that more when I get to that point. And it's been going in that way for 40 days. But here, it's in a. So this proves that this is correct. It's being sold, but in this account, because of the type of account it was put in a buy position. So that proves that was true. Okay. All right. So I got rid of that because I don't want to lose on that to go against the Forex Helper strategy. Okay. The German, I'll collect on that. I will collect on that. The DAX 30. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, before I forget what I was talking about, and that's why it's good to keep things in order. I'm talking to myself now, for the most part, organized. But that was the lot sizes. Okay. I've seen accounts purchasing things on standard lot sizes. There's no need to be greedy. There's a standard rule of thumb of just using maybe 1% of your money to invest in. So what I find, and I'll close on this final note, what I find to be very helpful is to treat your investing account as your savings account. Let that sink in for a little bit. I want to close out these stocks. I need to wait a couple of hours for the New York stock exchange and all the other stock markets here to open. So I'm on Pacific Standard Time, so it's not open yet. Okay, it's going to open soon. I do apologize. I'm just trying to see what else I'm going to close out. And not that. Okay. So, this I have to close out. All right. So, don't be greedy. There's no need to be greedy. If you treat this as your savings account, you treat your MT4 investing account as your savings account. When you have your money in that broker, make sure it's a trusted broker. I highly recommend 3 brokers that I've been using for years. Unfortunately, one of them, because I am a U.S. resident, they no longer accept U.S. residents, and that's Simple FX, an amazing broker, an amazing brokerage firm. But I'm grandfathered in, so I still have an account there. But if you're a U.S. resident and you're looking for a broker, you won't get access. Unfortunately, you will not get access to Simple FX. You're going to have to use Hugo's Way, which is equally as good. It's very good. And you can also use the other broker, LQDFX. That's if you want this free. Now, if you have your own broker and you don't want to go through all the process of verification, I don't even think the verification process is strenuous with Hugo's Way. It's been a while. I haven't verified myself because I've been with them for years, but I don't know if they've updated their verification process. But when I did it, it was so simple. It was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but it was just really easy. Okay? It was really super easy. I'll just leave it at that. But if you don't want to go through all that, and you can get access to this service. The price has dropped considerably. It's $29 a month. So about $1 a day or a little less than that, whatever, that you're going to get access to the signals, high quality, long-term signals that could give you a peace of mind. Okay. I need to get back to the final point of what I was saying here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close this out and I'll say this. If you treat this as your savings account, ooh, this has to go. That changed. Now, I have to take this one as a loss. I was supposed to take it out a while ago. I'll collect on this. And I'm going to be placing trades again, so you'll be seeing all this if you follow along on this series. Now, platinum. Yes, platinum. Okay, so here, treat this as your savings account. Utilize 1% of your money that you're going to invest with. That is supposed to be treated as, what's a good analogy that I can use? Like a servant. So treat that account as a servant. Don't run that servant down to its final last ounce of soul and you have nothing there to be able to serve you. It's supposed to serve you by going out and producing a yield for you and bringing back that yield, that product, the produce, the yielding the profits, So don't run your account down to its bare minimum and then, you done end up killing your account, killing your servant, right? So let your account do what it's supposed to do, what it's intended to do. Don't fall into that whole quick, rich scheme stuff mentality. Don't run far away from that. And I'll talk more about the other aspect of what I'm teaching here at the Forex Helper. In fact, I might just end up just doing one long sit-down session, but I'm going to cut up the videos. I'm not going to make it all, because I'll be here for hours talking. I can't do that. And that just reminded me right now, I'm going to go to the next part of the series. I am going to sit here and just do it. Maybe do multiple sessions until I get through this whole report. Now, I won't have all the videos uploaded all at one time, but they'll be scheduled to go out. And I'm going to go. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consideration of being part of Win University. And there's a lot more that I could mention, but I won't, because the time that I've allotted myself has been past. But remember, are you a winner? Are you? Well, if you are a winner, then you're going to remember this. Only winners invest in their minds for wiser returns. I'll see you on the next video.